The OC, we talked about this on your
Yeah.
show. You are like, how are you feeling? Like, what's your overall feeling? It's a good season.
I like it. I look forward to it. I watch it live every Thursday. You're like, it's on Wednesday, Stuart. I'm like, no, Thursday I watch it.
Thursday, yeah.
I look forward to it. A lot's going on. You know, you have like Heather's bro with the whole like paparazzi thing, and then you have Shannon with the whole John Jansen thing. Then you have Alexis, who's insane. Jennifer Bedante, you know, she's going through her
Katie.
whole thing, and then there's probably something going on with her husband. Like, because remember they kept saying like last week, like, yeah, like I know he says he works. Like, what does he do for work? I was like, oh, are they setting that up now for something that's coming?
Setting it up.
Oof, God.
What do you think? Like, I know that Shannon was at your birthday. Like, you knew Shannon.
She brought me, she got me a nice like polo shirt from
nice.
like All Saints or something like that. Yeah, it was a really nice gift she got me.
Listen, I have to admit, I have not been over the years the biggest Shannon fan. I've been one and then not, but this is her redemption season, I feel.
Yeah, it is. She's having her glow up. She looks amazing.
Major glow up.
The friends are finally coming around to her, like to her aid and being like, look, maybe she was effed over. Like, maybe we just need to back her up and just like, this sucks. She's broken up with him. Now he's coming after her for money. Like, she needs us.
What do you think of Alexis being there? I mean, she is a housewife. She is friends with Heather. They have become friends throughout the years. She's friends with Tamra. Like, do you think, like, that's the argument from Alexis and Heather and like the casting of like, no, she would be here regardless of whether she was dating John or not. She has natural ties.
I always think it's kind of weird that Tamra's friends with her because of the lawsuit thing and like how much that cost Tamra. And like to just be like, hey, we're like best, you know what I mean? Like that just kind of like, I don't know, but I mean, you have to move on from things too. You know, it is what it is. It happened what happened.
What do you think of Tamra has been doing a bunch of interviews and is just like, listen, let me tell you something. I was a good friend to Shannon. You know, everyone else basically, I mean, she's not saying this, but she is. But she said some of it that like basically everyone is enabling her.
Yeah.
You know, when she went to that show that they did, Tres Amigos, she was in the corner sneaking a drink, hiding it. Oh, I'm not drinking. And she's like, I am just calling it out. This girl has a drinking problem. Everyone else is enabling her. No. And she's even doubling down and saying, I used to talk to her 7 times a day. Everything is a drama with Shannon. She cries about this. She cries about that. The wind blows the wrong way. She's in a bad mood. Trust me, guys, I put up with hell. And I was a good friend, and I stood by her. What do you think about all this?
I would never no one as much as I got to know Shannon over the year, whatever. I would never like put like Shannon in a box of like hell. Do you know what I mean? Like she's a sweet woman. She's a nice woman. Like she goes through her stuff like any of us go through her stuff. But and like with the Tres Amigos thing, like wanting to drink, I get that. Like she got the DUI. Didn't mean she had a drinking problem. She was fighting with her boyfriend, drank too much, super angry, stormed out, got in the car. Like, she wasn't thinking. She was in a fit of rage and so forth, right? She does admit that she was drinking a bit too much to cope with the fights, with the relationship and all that stuff, right?
Which we all go through. I mean, Erica Jane
The reason why she's hiding a drink is that she doesn't want people talking about her. She just wants like, look, I just want one cocktail. I want one like vodka. I'm at my show, Tres Amigas. I want to kind of loosen up a bit. I'm going on stage. There's nothing wrong with that. I get that, like, because everyone's like laser focused on her because she got this DUI. So they're like, oh, look, she's drinking again. She's probably having one cocktail just to kind of like chill out.
Do you think Tamra bringing up the DUI and saying things like, you know, when she's like, oh, I woke up and I texted you. And then she says like, oh, was that after your first drink, or all these things Tamra's saying?
It's like digs. It's just so, you know, you have to let that roll off you. Just, you know, it's the cameras are there. It came off very mean, I thought, you know, because you can't judge somebody else. It's like they're going through their own journey and that's it. Like, how about asking me how I am?
I feel that scene, right, where she was crying on vacation, no makeup. I love when a housewife doesn't have makeup. I feel like this is maybe the best thing that Shannon feels. Like she said, I feel such love from all of these people.
Yeah.
She never felt it from Heather, definitely not from Gina.
Probably not from John.
No, not from John. I think she's realizing you have people in your life, Shannon.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see now this week's episode to see how it kind of plays out. Like, do the girls keep staying on her side? And hopefully they do. She needs this. Like, she needs like this empowerment to kind of lift her up, you know?
She has Vicki on her side.
Yeah.
What do you think of Tamra has also done a lot of interviews and talked about Vicki and saying Vicki has a black heart. She's an evil woman. Basically, like she is just, she said, I stood by her through faking cancer. Tamra goes low. Tamra goes low, but let's just keep this in mind.
Apparently she remembers everything.
Yeah, I've stuck by her through when she faked cancer and Brooks, and this woman is just evil.
I think like Vicki has changed a lot over the years. I think she's a lot like sweeter and kinder and has more of a heart now than previous seasons before. Would that be right to say that?
Well, whatever you feel your opinion is, I feel that Vicki deep down is a good person.
Yeah.
I just think that she's not really self-aware sometimes.
Got it.
Like when she's lecturing everyone, and yet we do a flashback, as Emily tells us, and we see all of her toxic moments.
Yeah.
I just feel she means well, yes.
Okay.
But
yeah, I do too.
Sometimes she gets misguided, where I'm not so sure Tamra means well. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. It's if she does mean well, she's not doing it right.
Yeah.
It doesn't come off that way.
Yeah.
Right.
What about Beverly Hills? We were going to talk about this on your show. We ran out of time.
Do you have any information? Because I'm trying to like find like what's going on. Do we know anything about like dramas or like a storyline? Sutton's place, is it closed down, or is she moving location, or she's just going online?
She is moving to a bigger space, like right in the same area. As soon as I saw that, I was like, she's outgrown the space. If you've ever been there, it's a really small space.
I've been there. I've been in that space when it was something else before it was Sutton.
It's really small, great location. I mean, right, near Craig's and near Chiconi's, like prime real estate in WeHo.
Is she moving to Beverly Hills?
No, she's staying in WeHo. She loves.
Do you know
WeHo.
the new location?
I think it's like right there. Like I think it's the same street almost. I can't picture it. But I think it's right there. I don't know where.
She probably does well in that store with all the fans who go in there. And she's probably in there the odd time as well.
I have to say, there are things that I want from her store.
I want those t-shirts. She has these like white t-shirts that are meant to be really good or something.
You want those? I want the iconic pajamas that they wear, those like black and white pajamas. And she has a hoodie that says jealous of what? Remember when they said jealous of what? She has a hoodie that saes jealous of what?
Oh, that's cute.
See?
I want that.
Cashing in. No, her like merch is actually, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Then she has sweaters in there for like $4,000, but within all of that,
something for everybody.
Right. Something for everyone. I think that it's going to be the season of Dorit.